We are fielding a lot of questions about Swift lately. So today, we will cover what a Swift Customer Security Independent Assessment is. Hi, I'm Matt Crane. I'm a leader in the payment security practice here at Schellman, where SWIFT falls. SWIFT is an acronym for Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunications. And SWIFT is a member-owned cooperative that facilitates the sending and receiving of financial messages between entities. Organizations that use SWIFT are known as SWIFT users. SWIFT users have access to the SWIFT network and associated software, and thus pose a cybersecurity risk to the SWIFT network and application ecosystem. The SWIFT network provides 3 layers of security at the application layer, the messaging layer, and the IP layer. And thus, the expectations for SWIFT users is to reciprocate the same level of due care in their own environments as a condition for using the SWIFT network and applications. SWIFT announced the Customer Security Program in May 2016. And you'll notice that's not the US English spelling of program, because this is an international standard. The Customer Security Program, or CSP, has a singular and focused goal for mitigating cyber threats in order to protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of the global financial system. The program seeks to achieve this goal by establishing a set of policies, standards, and guidelines, which are intended to strengthen SWIFT users' cyber defenses, better detect and prevent fraud, and ensure that users have a method to share threat information with the SWIFT community. A significant component of the program is the requirement for SWIFT users and providers to undergo regular independent assessments and attest to their compliance with the applicable SWIFT cybersecurity framework. For SWIFT users, the Customer Security Controls Framework is the governing cybersecurity controls document that SWIFT users are expected to comply with. The controls in the Customer Security Controls Framework specifies mandatory and advisory security controls with the stated goal of enhancing the security of financial messaging services provided by SWIFT. It is structured into 3 main categories. The first one being secure your environment. The second being know and limit access. And the third, detect and respond. If you are familiar with PCI DSS, ISO 27001, NIST, or other frameworks, these controls will sound very familiar to you. So now you may ask, what does independent mean? Independence is the freedom from condition that threaten the ability of the assessment. Starting in 2021, all SWIFT users are required to undertake an annual independent assessment to validate their compliance with the Customer Security Controls Framework. The assessor must be an external independent assessor or an internal independent assessor. Any external resources may be selected from the CSP assessment provider list on swift.com, where Schellman is listed. You may be wondering what the deliverable of a SWIFT assessment is. Well, after the conclusion of fieldwork, Schellman will provide an executive summary and controls assessment in addition to a completion letter. Schellman is one of the first independent SWIFT assessors and can validate your compliance with the SWIFT Customer Security Program. Remember, the annual reoccurring deadline to complete your assessment and attest to SWIFT is December 31st. That doesn't mean that you need to wait until Q4 to do that. You can start those as early as Q2. Contact us today so we can meet to review your organization's needs.